Okay, yes, a good afternoon. Welcome on our video today. We are dealing with business studies, and this is KCSE paper 1. We have questions and answers here for you, which we are going to discuss on this video. You can see the questions are here. You can see very many of them. This one is out of 100 marks, and you never know, some of these questions can be repeated. In fact, you can get this paper as it is in KCSE, and therefore it is very important for you to watch this video up to the end, so that you can be able to answer these questions. Suppose they come in your exam. If this is your first time to watch our videos, we request you to kindly take 2 seconds, subscribe to this channel, hit subscribe button, like button, and bell icon, so that whenever we produce a video like this one, you will be notified by YouTube and watch. To the subscribers, we want to thank you guys for the support that you've given us in this channel. You can see it has grown very much because of the support that you've given us. Let's go to the question number 1. You are told to state the term given to each of the following disciplines. The discipline A, study of how man strives to satisfy his unlimited wants using the unlimited resources. That one is economics. B, a study of trade and aid to trade. That one is commerce. Next one, a study of the activities that are carried out in an office. That one is office practice. D, study of the process of identifying a business opportunity and acquiring resources to start and run a business. That one is entrepreneurship. We go to question number 2. We're told to outline the 4 principles of insurance. 4 principles of insurance. First principle, insurable interest. 2, indemnity. Next, contribution. Next, utmost good faith. We go to number 3. You're told the following are terms used in international trade: local price, free on rail, franco, free on board, and you are told to match each term with the appropriate description. So you have one side description, the other side we have the term, and you are told the price quoted covers the goods as they are in the seller's premises. That one is local price. B, price quoted covers goods up to when they are in the ship. That one is free on board. C, price quoted covers the cost of goods and any other expenses up to the buyer's premises. That one is franco. D, price quoted covers goods until they are loaded on rail. That one is free on rail. Those are terminologies that are used on those. Let's go to question number 4. You're told to state 4 accounts to which changes in stock may be recorded. State 4 account to which changes in stock may be recorded. Number A, purchases account. And number B, sales account. Number C, purchase returns account. Next, sales returns account. So you are told to set 4 accounts to which changes in stock may be recorded, and we have stated them. Question number 5, we are told state 4 reasons why banks prefer open plan offices. Why do they prefer open plan offices? Number one, cheap to construct. Number two, promote teamwork. Next, discourages absenteeism. Next, promote sharing of office equipment. Next, easy location of workers. Next, encourages easy supervision of workers. Next, saves floor space. Next, outline 4 factors that may make a producer to bypass the wholesaler when distributing goods. Outline 4 factors that may make a producer to bypass the wholesaler when distributing goods. Number A, having own retail outlets. Number B, when dealing in perishable goods. Number C, when dealing in technical goods that may require demonstration. Next, when customers or retailers buy in large quantities. Next, when there is need to keep prices low. Next, limit market or when the market is small. Next, when production is on a small scale. We go to question number 7. Next, to protect them from overpricing of goods and services. The next, protect them against hoarding of goods or services that create artificial shortage. Next, to protect them against creating through false advertisement. To protect them against the sale of underweight goods. Next, to protect them against social unacceptable goods and services. Number 8, the following information relates to Karibu traders to the year ended 31st December 2020. You can see details and you can see amount of shillings. Fixed asset, you can see the amount. Current asset, you can see there. 6-year bank loan, you can see that. Current liabilities, you can see that. You are told determine owner's capital. Determine owner's capital using the above information. That is how you determine capital is equals to asset minus liabilities, and this is how the calculation is done. You can see that a very simple one. You can also do that by yourself. Next, number 9, you are told state 4 uses of a general journal. Uses of general journal. A, recording purchase of a fixed asset on credit. Recording purchase of a fixed asset on credit. Number 2, recording sale of a fixed asset on credit. C, recording opening entries. Next, recording closing entries. Next, correction of errors. Next, writing of bad debts. Next, issue of shares and debentures by companies. Let's go to number 10. Number 10, you are told to state the level of production involved in each of the following occupations. So on one side we have occupation, the other side we have level of production. Road building, that one is secondary. Farming, that is primary. Teaching, that one is tertiary. D, food processing, that one is secondary. Question number 11. You are told the diagram below represented the relationship between population and income per capita. So on the p-axis you can see, and then you can see s-axis, you can see Q and R. Then you are told state what is represented by P and S. P and S, you can see them there, and the letter R and Q. So P axis, that one is income per capita, P, you can see it going up. S axis going horizontal, that one is population. R, this one is under population. And then Q is optimum population or optimal population. Let's go to question number 12. Highlight the unit of carriage associated with the following means of transport. Pipeline transport, that one is pipes, they use pipes. Human portage, that one is human beings. Water transport, we have ships, canoes, boat, doors, and ferries. Cartage transport, that one is carts. Let's go to question number 13. We are moving very fast. You can see, state 4 limitations of national income statistics as a measure of a standard of living. 4 limitations of national income statistics as a measure of the standard of living. And data being used may not be accurate. Number 2, the national income figure does not reflect the distribution of income. Next, consumption pattern and lifestyles are not constant. Next, it may not show the proportion of income spent on productive or non-productive activities. Next, a high income could be at the expense of the citizens' welfare. Next, figures may not reflect depreciation and appreciation of assets. Question number 14. Outline 4 merits of indirect tax. Outline 4 merits of indirect tax. Tax payment is voluntary. Outline 4 merits of indirect tax. Tax payment is voluntary. Number 2, not possible to evade. Number 3, convenient to taxpayers. Next, it is flexible. Next, can be used selectively. Next, more revenue can be raised. Next, it stimulates effort. Next, it promotes equality. Go to the question number 15. 64 difficulties faced in the satisfaction of human want. Difficulties faced. Number 1, too many are to be satisfied. Number 2, resources required are scarce. Next, some are complementary and attract other wants. Next, some are habitual, yet habits are hard to break. Next, are repetitive, that is recurrent, hence cannot be satisfied once and for all. Next, want to vary in urgency and intensity. Go to question number 16. Highlight 4 benefits to a business and that uses email in communication. Benefit to a business that uses email. Number 1, relatively fast. Email is relatively fast. Number 2, confidentiality of information. Next, easy access to information. Next, used for future reference. Next, it is universal. Next, get instant feedback. Go to question number 17. Highlight 4 uses of business plan to businessman. 4 uses of business plan. Number 1, to foresee and avoid mistakes. Number B, to enable the business organization avoid goal blindness. Next, to identify strengths and devise ways of dealing with the weakness. Next, to allocate resources of the business appropriately. Next, it's a requirement by financials. Next, to use it as a monitoring tool. Next, to help determine required resources. Next, to be able to motivate employees. Let's go to the next one. To enable entrepreneur identify potential market. Then the last one, to adapt to future changes. Let's go to question number 18. You're told highlight 4 ways in which a firm may differentiate its product from those of its competitors. How can a firm differentiate their product or their services? Number 1, branding. Number 2, wrapping. Number 3, packaging. Number 4, coloring. Number 5, pricing. Number 6, shipping. Number 7, advertising. And then the last one, taste. Question number 19. Outline 4 qualities of a successful sales person. Outline 4 qualities of a successful salesperson. Number 1, office ethics, e.g. honest. Number 2, personal attributes, e.g. neatness. Number C, ability to listen. Next, able to assess, E, good knowledge of the product. Next, ability to communicate. Let's go to the next one. The following information relates to the business of Watamu Enterprises. Watamu Enterprises. Opening stock, that one. Closing stock, that one. Rate of stock turnover, 4 times. Mark up to 25%. From the above information, determine cost of goods sold. You can see that one. Next, you can see this is how it is calculated. Very simple calculations. You can calculate. And number Roman 2, you're told the gross profit. You can easily count that. That one is straightforward. Question number 21, you're told outline 4 benefits to a business that uses its own. 4 benefits of a business that uses its own. Number 1, the business maintains a continuous supply of goods. Number B, customers are retained as they are sure of getting the goods on demand. Number C, goods are safe from theft. Next, saving increase for not renting storage facilities. Next, good can be processed in the warehouse. Next, goods can be tailored to meet one specification. Next, can be conveniently located. Next, more secure from damage. Next, space is guaranteed. Let's go to the next question. Question number 22. The table below shows the demand and supply of shoes in a certain region. Use it to answer the questions that follow. So price in Kenya shillings, then quantity demanded, then quantity supplied. You can see the quantity demanded, like for example the quantity, you can see the demand and the supply. So you are told to determine the total excess supply. Very simple. Determine the total excess demand. You can count out of that one. Determine the equilibrium price. You can count that one. Determine the equilibrium quantity. Very simple, straightforward. You can easily do that. Question number 23. Highlight 4 economic factors that affect the consumer buying abilities and preferences. So level of income and distribution. Number 2, level of prices and trends. Next, the structure and level of saving. Next, depth, pattern and repayment abilities. Next, credit availability. Next, changes in tax rates. Next, rate of inflation. Go to question number 24. We are told state 4 reasons that may make a farm locate close to source of raw materials. Why can some farm locate close to where they get the raw materials? Number 1, where it's cheaper to transport finished good than raw materials. Next, where the farm need to ease handling of bulky raw materials. Next, when dealing with the highly perishable raw materials to avoid spoilage. Next, if the government policy requires the farm to be located near source of raw materials. Next, when the farm want to control an important raw material. Next, when the raw materials are fragile, when the raw materials are dangerous to carry over long distances. Next, when the farm need to easily handle heavy raw materials. Question number 25. We are almost through. Number 25, we are told mention 4 services that wholesalers offer to retailers. Number 1, break bulk. B, provision of credit facilities. C, advertising goods. Next, provision of a variety of goods. Next, preparing goods for sale. Next, ensure a steady supply of goods. Next, storage, relieving storage, relieving the retailer storage cost. Next, advising services. Next, transporting goods, so they offer that. And with that, we are through with this video. We are through with this paper out of 100. This is business paper 1, business studies. We have done from question 1 to the last question, and we believe that you have benefited out of this one. And as we said, some of these questions you can see them in your exam, or they can bring it as you can see it here in your KCSE. We remind you to subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. We also remind you to hit a like button to this video so that it can be recommended to other students or lovers of business studies. As we say in this channel, we deal with revision of KCSE. We have papers on different subjects: biology, chemistry, mathematics, Kiswahili, English, and all other subjects. Whenever you come here, you can be sure that you are going to pass in your exams, and you can also recommend your friends, and you will benefit and you will make it and pass in your KCSE. Until next time, goodbye.